channels on my big TV screen got my attention span from MTV. Counting it left of me, chips and dips on the rail. Gonna drink 10 Coca-Colas, then stay up all night. 'Cause I'm ADD, I'm not alright. I got a twitch in my eye, I can't sit still. Give me a what?
Now try this at home. Do this at work, so it's a job-related injury. God damn it. Classic of magic, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. I have been in a good mood, and here's why. Even though you probably have no idea who I am before tonight, I just signed, I'm not even kidding, I just signed a contract with, like a serious one, with Saturday Night Live. The Saturday Night Live. It's a great contract, too. All I have to do is stop calling, begging to be on TV. And they'll drop the harassment charges.
Holy shit.
Whoa!
So your choices by round of applause are card trick or international box of mystery. The people have spoken. Inside the international box of mystery, we find just for you, lovely folks, the card trick call.
You know what's wild? I can do stuff like this, but I still haven't figured out how to unhook a bra with one hand.
Right.
But like right at the beginning of the show, I point out, you know, every other magician, you would see a stage full of brightly colored boxes, and I'd be wearing a sparkly jacket. But I, on the other hand, am not a pedophile. So
I like
so I
that
don't need
joke.
that crap.
That's funny.
I have reason to believe my apartment is haunted. Let's go ghost hunting. What is your first name, sir? Shorty. Sandy. I heard two names, and I'm going to go with that one. What was your name, sir? Sandy. Sandy? Go ahead and take the rubber bands off of the cards. Take the rubber bands off of the cards. Look at the cards. Make sure they're a real deck of cards. Nothing funny about them. Nothing phony. Keep the rubbers. Bands. You can keep the rubber bands. No, over here. Up front and center. Front and center. It's warm up here. Smile. You're doing great, Sandy. You're doing great. What? Did I smear his lipstick? What happened? You got a lot of pent-up anger, don't you?
Enough drink yet.
It's okay. Here, try some of these. I found them in the parking lot. No, they totally work. They calm me down. Just do it. Chew them. They work best. Chew them. You're going to want to wash that down, Sandy. Open. Swallow.
Sandy.
What you want to do now?
To help capture evidence of the ghost, I have the entire place rigged with video cameras and audio recording devices. Ghosts are probably a bit skittish, so I brought along some camouflage, a costume to wear. This may also serve as a decoy. Hey look, a ghost. I'm gonna go hang out with that ghost. To actually capture the ghost itself, should the need arise, I brought along this 12 amp Dirt Devil bagless vacuum cleaner. I figure I could suck the ghost up or something. I don't know, I'm new to this whole thing. Using this digital voice recorder, I'm going to try to attract some EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon. I'm going to ask some questions, hopefully we'll get a response. Can you make a noise for me, please? Can you do that again? Wait a second. Oh yeah! Pizza, pizza. Boom! I'm so scared. Okay, let's wrap this up.
Was this your watch and your wallet, sir? Magic boy has skills. I do. Pull the card out of there, Sandy. I'm gonna read your mind. Guess what it is? Of course I'm looking at him. Work smarter, not harder. Okay, I'll do it without looking at them, but the trick's probably gonna suck, just to let you know. I'm gonna fail. Any card you want there, Sandy, any card at all? Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Sandy, that card wasn't even talking, man. Give it back, give it back. Give it back. No, this card wasn't even talking. He's a dummy. This one is a ventriloquist and was throwing his voice over into this card. They got you good, you fucker. Pick a card, any card. Look at it. Remember what it is. And then show it to everybody. Don't show it to me. If you do show it to me, it's okay. Don't panic. It'll make my job a hell of a lot easier. Now, Sandy, just so there's no confusion, what I need you to do is to go ahead and autograph your card using this marker I stole from Walmart in Ottumwa earlier today. So go ahead in big bold letters. You can go ahead and autograph. It's a fresh one. Do it. Go ahead and take that. Autograph. Your initials are fine too. Just so they can see it in the back of the room. Up in the balcony. Is Sandy your real name? Is it Gary? Garrett? Write it down and show me. Hold up a cue card.
We don't have cue cards.
I have a cue card. Here. It's a cue card.
I got my ticket for the
You dropped a pill?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, sit right there. We'll call you Sandy. So we're gonna do something that no other magician in the world does. Are you excited?
Yes.
Then fucking act excited. First, we got some bionic shuffling. We got the East Coast Shuffle. The West Coast Shuffle.
Midwest.
The Midwest Shuffle. We're in flyover country, baby. The United States Congressional Shuffle. Makes noise, doesn't do shit. And my grandpa hates this one, but I do it anyway. I call it the old man shuffle. I'm shuffling my feet, get it? Come closer. You gotta stand in the middle of the trap door, otherwise hit the chin on the way down. Hurts like son of a bitch. We're gonna call you Sandy, okay? All right. Sandy, you take the deck of cards, I'm gonna take this napkin and the straw. Take the fucking deck of cards. I'm gonna take the napkin and the straw. Hold the cards on your hand. Hold them on your hand. Palm up, other hand, other hand. And then bring them out like this. Don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop. So here's the idea. You do that. Jazz fingers. I'm gonna eat a napkin. Not the whole thing. Come on.
Not the whole thing, right?
Spitball.
In a second,
And thrill Saturday.
I'm gonna remove them. Open up fire. What's your real name?
Derek.
Derek?
Yes, Derek.
With a B?
D. Derek. D like Dick.
And then Eric.
Yes.
Eric. Who's Sandy? Oh, Eric. You're an asshole. Here's the idea. I'm gonna ask you to flip a card into the air. If the card flutters down, I'm gonna shoot a spit wad at the cards. The spit wad will hit and stick to one card. One card. And that will be your card with your autograph on it, Derek. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On your palm? Flat? Alright. Oh.
Making it harder.
I hope it wouldn't die either. When you fuck up, it's your fault.
Blame all the bills.
I'm gonna be shooting my wad. You're standing over there. Atta boy, Sandy. For the rest of you might want to cover your eyes. She thinks it burns a little bit. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Derek. You can hit the ceiling if you want, but not too hard, you'll knock shit out. But it's just kind of so they scatter and fall. Are you ready?
One. Yeah.
Derek, throw the cards in for there on the count of 3. 1.
You're gonna die.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Who's Derek? I found the card. No, I don't want to do anything tricky or sneaky. So you must remove the card from my face. All right, I'll do it. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Not much here. It's folded, soggy, gross, disgusting, but I think, Derek, that is your... Fuck. I think that is your 7 of spades with your autograph. Is that your card and your autograph, sir? Yes, it is! It's a miracle! Big round of applause for Derek, ladies and gentlemen.
I've gone over all of the recordings, and we've got some pretty incredible evidence. First, video. Keep an eye on those cans to the left. You'll see that as soon as those cans are obscured from view, poltergeists throw them on the ground. Next, we have a photo. You will see irrefutable proof that at some point during the evening, one of the ghosts pissed my pants. Right around in this general area here. And last but not least, we've got some spirit voices, some EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon. Now that's kind of hard to hear, so here's a cleaned up, enhanced version. So as you can see, we do have some startling evidence. Would I classify this as a haunting? Yes. Yes, I would.
I wanted to get your take on this because I feel that comedy and magic often get lumped together. You'll often see, magicians performing in stand-up clubs. In your opinion, are they really the same? Should they be sort of considered two very separate entities? What's your experience with it?
Well, in my mind, in my experience, magic and comedy are different. This is the major reason. I actually enjoy watching stand-up comedy.
Thank God one of us said it.
Go ahead and take the magic wand and wave it over there. Keep it hard. Keep it hard. Go ahead and wave it over there. Yeah, go ahead and grab it with one hand. Good. And then with the other hand, grab right there. And then slide this hand up. Didn't work yet. Try again. Go back down and go back up. Try again. It's how we get the magic out. Keep going. Don't stop. We're almost there. Keep going. Faster. 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 Don't stop. Don't stop. No. Go, 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 go. Good trick, huh? It's a dick joke.
You have a glass, a drinking glass from your kitchen. Das Boot! You have a towel, or a rag, or a handkerchief. granny panties. You take the glass and you wrap the towel around it, and then you pick up a hammer and you smash the shit out of that. Alright, you open it back up, and your friends are gonna be paying attention now. You find a good piece, and you... and your friends can even examine your mouth. Nothing's there. You have eaten it. That's messed up. So what's really happening? Well, you're not eating broken glass. No, really? You're eating ice. Ice, baby. Din 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 din. You'll need to get some stuff ready before you can do this trick for your friends. You'll have to get some friends. First, you're going to need a flat plastic container. Put water in it, but you only want about 1/4 of an inch of water sitting in the bottom. Take this container with the water, put it into your freezer overnight. Din 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 din. When it freezes, you'll have a sheet of ice about 1/4 of an inch thick. Take the piece of ice and break it, cut it, smash it up. The idea is you want sharp-looking edges, a lot like this. There's a good one right there. But once you get these broken up, take everything, put it into a Ziploc bag or another container, seal it shut, put it back in your freezer. You do not want these to melt. You want to retain the sharp edge, glass shard looking effect. You will also need a drinking glass, das Boot, a hammer, din 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 din, and a towel. Don't forget to bring a towel. When you approach your friends, you're already holding the piece of ice, the shard of glass looking piece of ice behind your towel, right about here. Now I'm turning sideways. Your friends would be over in that direction. You're holding it right here. You set the glass down. You can have the hammer in your pocket or whatever. Is that a hammer in your pocket, or you set the glass down on the table? You snap the towel a couple of times. You lay it down. It got laid. You keep hold of the piece of ice right here. Again, your friends are over there. They do not know about the piece of ice. You take the glass, tap it on the table a couple of times, lay it down, laid. You start to wrap the towel around it. As you do, you drop the piece of ice, drop it like it's hot, beside the glass, drop it like it's hot, in one continuous motion as you are wrapping the towel around the glass, just like this. And then you pick up the hammer, you smash the shit out of that. It's still alive. Din 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 din. When you open it up, you immediately look for the piece of ice. You pick up the ice, and when you're holding it, you give it the once over, you brush it around the edges and the sides a few times to make sure no tiny pieces of glass are stuck to it. Do not eat glass. And then you pop it into your mouth and loudly chew it. Now you do not have to use a drinking glass. You could smash a car's headlight. You could punch out a window. You could break your crack pipe. Please be very, very careful. Do not eat glass. Before you put that piece of ice in your mouth, look at it, feel it. Make sure there are no tiny pieces of real glass stuck to it before you eat it. Here's the official warning. Do not eat glass. Do not eat glass. Is that clear enough?
Maybe we should start with that. Why don't you tell me how you get into it, and then we'll go back to my first question.
Well, probably the same way you did, some books in the library, so on and so forth. And I sucked at sports, so I stuck with it.
Right. You got to have a hobby, sure. So at what point do you think, maybe I can do this? Maybe I can parlay this into some money?
That was when I was 12 years old, and I did my first paid gig.
Yeah?
I got
nice.
$15 for it, and I'm like, I'm going to be rich someday. And here I am still thinking, I'm going to be rich someday.
And probably, depending on the booking, you might still get $15.
Yeah.
Inside this envelope is where I keep my razor blades. My razor blades are very real. My razor blades are very sharp. My razor blades are very razor blady. I know that they're real. I know that they're sharp. I know this because earlier today I had them loose in my pocket. I bent over to tie my shoe. There's really no delicate way to put this.
Ouch.
I sliced my nutsack a little bit. I brought it along with me so you could see. Point is, they are real, they are sharp, but I need one person to look at them to assure everybody else that they are real and they are sharp. I'm going to choose one person at random by throwing a razor blade into the room as hard as I can. No, like a frisbee, it'll be fun. And whoever catches it with their forehead gets to hell. It'll be great. You look kind of nervous, you'll work. What is your name? Amanda. One hand, flat palm. Like you're feeding a unicorn. Good. Unicorns need to eat too. Amanda, this is a razor blade. Please be very careful. I'm gonna lay it flat on your palm. Amanda says no shit twice. Followed by the other razor blades. Yeah, they are real. I'm not fucking around here. Go ahead and look at them. Assure everybody around you that they are, in fact, real steel razor blades. They are very sharp. And if you could please pick up one as a random sample, just like CNN does, bring it straight up above you, and then to prove that they're all sharp with this random sample, go ahead and bring it straight down on my arm. Hey, you were thinking about it. You're fucked up. Hand me the random sample. Handle part first. Good. I just wanted to show you that, I'll do it in the light, that they are very real. Yeah, I don't fuck around. Some magicians use fake props. I'm way too fucking cheap to buy stuff at magic shops. I get my shit at Walmart, or I steal my shit at Walmart. Amanda, you're doing wonderfully. High five.
Yeah.
No, with that hand, it'd be funny. No, don't do it. Now, I'm not saying anything insulting, but this is dental floss. We need exactly 12 feet of it. Perfect. Yes, it is. I'm a man, that's how I measure. So here we go. Now, Scary Trick calls for scary music, so I brought along the most spine-tingling, hair-raising, nerve-wracking music known to man.
Boo!
Known to man. First, Amanda's dental floss. Next, Amanda's razor blades.
Did you ever get shit like in high school and stuff like that? Was magic cool then?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. Of course, I was the one doing it, so I had a few perspectives.
I thought it was fucking awesome.
I am so cool.
This is the coolest thing ever, probably.
Yeah, one more thing I'd like to slide. This is kind of brand new, not gonna lie, and I might fuck it up. But how is that different from anything else I've done? If you'd like to help, please raise your hands. It could be anybody at all, Katie. Very good sport, thank you very much. Big round of applause for Katie, folks. Katie, I'm gonna blindfold you right now. It's gonna be awesome. Yes, it is. Have you ever participated in a magic show before? So you have nothing to compare this to. There's no way in hell I can follow that. Give me some money. What do you got? Is that 100? Sweet. You get a reward.
Crazy loud. Here's what it looks like. Your friends will freak out. They beg you to stop, but you're relentless. Then you laugh your most evil laugh. Is this real? No, it's just a trick. It's an illusion for both your eyes and your ears. You are not cracking your knuckles or pulling your fingers out of joint. Not even a little bit. It's just a trick. To do this, all you will need are your hands. Do you have hands? Of course you do. I apologize if you don't have hands. That was a little presumptuous and insensitive of me. So here are the instructions step by step. I'm filming over my shoulders so you can see everything the exact way I see it from my point of view. Now you're going to have both of your hands palms down, the backs of your hands up. With your right hand, grab one finger on your left hand. When you grab it, you need to go way down. You need a deep grip. You don't want to grab it up here at the top. You really want a deep grip. You got to slide that finger home. That didn't sound right. But anyway, the reason for the deep grip for the deep grip on your finger is so your right fingers are hidden beneath the palm of your left hand. Also, you're going to want to face the back of your left hand towards whoever you're performing this for, towards your friend. If your friend was standing over there, you would face everything that way. So they could not see these fingers down here. They would just see the back of your left hand. If your friend was over that way, well, then you would angle your hand back this way a little bit. If they were straight up and above you, you'd just have your hand parallel with the floor. Why would somebody be straight above you? That doesn't make any sense. Next, you're going to do two things at once. The first thing you're going to do is tug on that finger. Kind of an exaggerated tug, but you're not actually going to pull your finger. Be careful, I don't want you to actually hurt your finger. You're not actually cracking your knuckles or pulling your finger out of joint. This is just acting right here. Well, if you're dumb enough to actually hurt yourself, then go ahead and do it. But I'm just saying you don't need to. And at the same time, the right hand fingers down below your left palm right here are going to snap. Your thumb and middle finger on your right hand are going to snap. Oh, snap! But that is hidden as you are grabbing your left finger, and your snapping fingers on your right hand are hidden below your left palm. So from your friend's point of view, it looks like that. Now you combine the tugging, the exaggerated tugging, with the snapping, and it looks and sounds pretty convincing. When to do this little stunt? The opportunities are endless. You just have to use your imagination a little bit. The most common, obvious ways are anytime anybody mentions joint pain or arthritis. If your weird uncle asks you once again to pull my finger. Do it at your doctor's office during your next checkup. Just be like, hey, doc, is this normal? And he'll probably freak out. It'll be awesome. There are a couple of variations you can use with this knuckle popping idea. The first one is your neck, which looks something like this. It's the same idea. You grab your head, and behind your neck, your fingers snap. Oh, snap! As your left hand turns your head sideways a bit. Do not actually break your neck. Oh, and if you're a male who lives in a nudist colony, have I got a great idea for you. One last warning, do not actually hurt yourself by pulling your finger out of joint, because you could actually... Oh,
I don't really, to tell you the truth, hang out with magicians very much. Magicians are way too social, and they share way too much. They have magic conventions where they just get together and buy props and share ideas.
That sounds awful, by the way. A magic convention sounds horrible to me.
It is. It really is. I've been to only a couple, and I don't want to go to any more in the future. It just makes everybody's presentations, it becomes incestuous. You've seen one, seen them all kind of thing. I'm sure you've seen that down in Vegas, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a fucking cookie cutter out here. It's horrible.
You know, a lot of magicians get down on me because they're... That's not what I meant. They look down on me because they're like, Nathan, if you had any real skill, you wouldn't be working in little towns in fucking Iowa, you know, little fucking bars. You'd be out in Vegas, man. You'd be out, you'd have this classical thing. You'd be making cards and birds appear and shit, and you'd be and tigers and I have a lot of stoners in Vegas. And none of them work. It's the best part. But they all fucking bitch at me. And okay, so about the tigers. You guys remember Siegfried and Roy? And Roy almost got his head fucking eaten off by that second. When that happened, it was the next morning after the news broke, and I was like this close to hitting send on the email. I had typed up, Dear Roy, you got it backwards. The pussy ain't supposed to eat you. I know you're new to this whole thing, and but it was the only time in history that a flaming gay guy had ever been pussy whipped. We gotta admit that. That's what they're saying. They're like, Nathan, you know, if you gotta take the route that everybody else is taking. You gotta put together this thing where this act, you know, this like 3-minute act or whatever. You make cards appear, and then you make white doves appear. You gotta have a card and bird act. Well, I've always thought, fuck you. But I've spent the last 2 years actually working on that type of act, and I'm going to debut it here tonight in Centerville. I haven't shown it to anybody. Is that cool with you? Can I show you my new bird act? Okay. Just pretend that I'm wearing a tuxedo, because that'll make everything cooler.
Okay.
And pretend there's a big red curtain behind me. But while we're talking about this, you know what? Fuck that shit. These clubs are way more fun than a Vegas showroom could ever be. Am I right? That's what I think. But to appease those assholes, I put together my one and only classic bird act. So here we go. I got music. We'll go ahead and hit play. I got Vegas music. Ladies and gentlemen. Flare, Brandon, with flare. cowboy. I also went golfing for the first time today, and I don't know what the big deal is, but I got a birdie right away. It was really easy.
That's one thing I hate too, when the magicians try to pretend that what they're doing is real magic. Fuck that. It's just a trick, you know? But it's fun to watch. You know it's a trick. I know it's a trick. Let's enjoy this.
Right.
Sorry, I snapped.
That's a good point. I think that's a very solid point. It's not actual magic.
Would you guys like to learn a magic trick that you can use to fool your friends who aren't here tonight?
Okay, I don't usually do this. I subscribe to a podcast, an internet radio show basically called Magic Trick of the Day. And they have a new magic trick every day that you can do with things found around the house. Downloaded today's episode, haven't had a chance to learn it. Thought I'd bring it along. Follow along, please. We can all learn a magic trick together. Start over. You gotta hear the intro, it's great.
The magic trick of the day.
That was great.
Welcome to the magic trick of the day, where you can listen and follow along to learn a new magic trick every day. In today's lesson, you will learn the disappearing liquid trick. So find a drink.
Find a drink.
You will need 2 other items. A paper sack. So find a paper sack.
Whatever you have handy, just improvise.
And a balloon.
Fold whatever into a sack.
So find a balloon.
A balloon. Whatever you have handy, just...
So nobody can see it.
I did my hand.
Do not tell anybody about your secret balloon. You are now ready to perform the trick. Say hello to your friends. Pick up your drink and grab your sack. With your sack in one hand and your glass in the other, pour the drink into the sack. Do not pour too much, because what your friends did not see is you only pretended to pour the drink into the sack. You really poured the drink into your secret balloon, which is concealed in your hand. Now make a magical gesture. For the big amazing finish, show everyone that your drink has magically disappeared and accept your well-deserved applause.
Alright, this one really creeps me out. This footage is of me blowing fire, breathing fire. It was taken in the back alley behind a radio station as I was teaching one of the DJs how to breathe fire live on the air. Anyway, one of the interns at the radio station was taking this video, and afterwards he shows me this video that he had zoomed in and slowed down, and there was a face in the fire, a face. It seems pretty clearly defined to me and to the intern and to everybody I've shown it to, so take a look. There. Did you see it?
Another time we were working in a small bar somewhere in Iowa, and where the stage area was where the pool table was before they moved it earlier that night. So there was this pool light hanging up there, and I thought we had raised it up enough that it was going to be out of the way. Mm-hmm. Well, I do this thing where I bring my right arm straight up above me, just fully extended, and I punched the light. Glass shattered. I am bleeding.
You're bleeding?
Oh, God, yeah. It was just blood running down my hand and down my forearm and dripping blood everywhere. So that was fun.
Do you politely excuse yourself to tend to your wounds when that happens?
No, I just pulled out an extra handkerchief and kind of wrapped it up and did some more things that I didn't need my right hand for quite as much.
Wow, there you go. And that's how you earn the name Maniac of Magic, everybody.
6 strings, six shoelaces. This is going to be kind of creepy. It's kind of a prediction trick. You seem to be in a good mood. If you could please grab one of these random strings, just grab one, and then like wrap it around one finger so you're holding onto it tightly. I'm going to rip it out of my hand while retaining hold on these. Are you ready? This means nothing to you right now, but it'll make sense in just a second. So you're holding tight. Would you like to change your mind? We have 6. You chose 1. You're holding on to the 1 at random. I have a soundtrack. So that was 1. We're down to 5. Please grab one of the 5, and I'll tell you why this means something in a second. Are you sure? You may change your mind if you like. Okay. We're down to 4. So the idea is I have one thing tied to one of these strings. If you could please grab one of this. You got one? Good. Okay, good. Okay. So the one thing I have tied to one of these strings, I'm pretty sure I know which one string will be left at the end. So I've tied something to one of the strings. It's a razor blade. We're down to 2. Are you nervous? I am. Go ahead and grab one. Now this is where I'm going to give you the opportunity to change your mind. I'll give you a clue. Nobody ever changes their mind. You realize if we're wrong, it's pretty much going to fuck up the rest of the show, right? Because I have one razor blade tied to one of these strings, and I'm holding it very tightly in my hand. Would you like to change your mind now?
She's forward.
Don't say I didn't give you the opportunity. Nailed it.
I'm going to show you how to make whatever you want to squeak, squeak. In your everyday life, to really mess with people's heads. Is this supposed to happen?
What the hell? I've never heard anything like that.
And you can squeak anywhere. It's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy this. The secret is you have a little whistle in your mouth, a little squeaker. This comes directly from the squeaky part of a squeaky dog toy. The interior squeaky part of a dog toy looks a lot like this. Remove the squeaker from the dog toy. Once you get the squeaking device out of the dog toy, you're going to need to carefully remove the sack. Remove the sack, really? You'll be left with just this little tube. This is the actual whistle piece. This gets placed on your tongue, in your mouth. Like where else? Of course your tongue is in your mouth. And you covertly squeak as you touch, prod, poke, squeeze, other things. But you've got to be sneaky about it. You can't draw attention to the fact that you're actually doing it with your mouth. Do it with your mouth. I forgot what I was going to say. It sounds cliche, but the possibilities for squeaking are limited only by your imagination. It doesn't just sound cliche, it is cliche. Squeak when you get married. Squeak during your honeymoon. Squeak when you get divorced. Squeak when you get remarried. Squeak when that marriage fails too. Squeak when you decide to end it all. There should have been a great David Carradine joke there, but I was too lazy to write it. Squeak when you come back from the dead as a zombie.
I'm kind of accident prone. I was doing a straitjacket escape, and the show had been going great, but I got to the part where I contort my shoulder awkwardly and bring my arm up over my head and bring my head down to the side so I can get my arm up over it, and I don't know what I did, if I pulled a muscle in my neck, sprained something, but my head was like at a 45-degree angle, cocked off to the side, and I could not move it back.
Were you able to escape?
Yeah, I actually got out.
Okay, good, because that's even worse.
The magician's been sitting up there for 63 minutes just drooling.
I was going to say, you get, like I said, you get stuck. You're in a straitjacket and you pull the muscle. That is a lose-lose situation right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because you still got to get out of the straitjacket.
Pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight. See the skin pinching up? Oh, yeah. See the veins popping up? Fuck yeah, you do. Tighter. Come on, pussy. Oh, Jesus. I just want everybody to see that.
It's tight.
It hurts.
That's what she said, Bill.
And she was lying. But it didn't matter because it was after closing time and you were already at her place. Did this just turn into a therapy session? You guys are awesome. Oh, I miss my cousin. Okay. So here's the cool thing about, wow, literally it's turning, look, it's purple.
It is.
Breathe.
She's a nurse.
Oh, she's a nurse?
She's a nurse. Bring her up! Bring her up!
She'll be okay. Did you want to come feel my pulse? Really? Come on up. This will be fun. Take part in the instructions. Isn't there some sort of code that you abide by that doesn't allow you to take part in this shit? Well, you're feeling above the rope, so I might still have a pulse there.
No, you don't have a pulse.
I don't have a pulse there?
You do not have a pulse.
So my hands are probably dead. And you know the cool thing about this? The longer you take doing this, the longer my hand is dead. What's your first name?
Sheila.
Sheila, do you have a husband out there?
I do.
You do?
Ricky Bobby!
Ricky? I just wanted to formally apologize.
Why?
Because every time she reaches in for my pulse, my hand brushes her breast. I saw it. I can't feel it, but I saw it.
It'd be funny if I took a sock out of my pants. Yeah, it's a sock in my pants.
like many entertainers, I have stuff for sale after the show. If you enjoyed the show, what I have for sale is a T-shirt, and to hold down costs for you, there's nothing printed on it. And that is your 8 of clubs with your autograph upon it. Is that your card, sir? Yeah. Yes, it is. That's it. There we go. Now, personally, I don't believe it's possible to predict the future or to read minds, but I do have a performance partner with us tonight that I think can. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Matilda! She is kind of psychic, I think. Matilda, are you ready for this? Matilda, I need you to pick somebody out of the audience. Matilda, don't say anything to him. Matilda, what is his name? Matilda says Sandy, is she right? Please join us on the great stage, Sandy. Actually, I gotta pee too. So just now I found out there aren't 2 urinals in here or 2 toilets. You want to take the sink, or should I? I know you had to pee when you came in here. Yeah, they can hear you. You're pretty much not shy at all, are you? I was just trying to lean close so you could, so your voice could get picked up on the mic. That's all I was doing, I swear. Gentlemen, welcome back, Sandy. So here's the idea. Now, my lights are bright. Here's the idea. Matilda doesn't really read minds, but she does send thoughts. So the idea is we're going to try to have Matilda send a thought into your head. Okay, so here's a big deck of cards, and Matilda has written something on the back in big bold letters. She's going to try to send this thought to you. It's a number between 1 and 63. Between 1 and 63, so it's not 69. She's going to concentrate and send you this number. And you will have a number pop into your head. Did you get a number in your head? What did you say? No? His answer correctly predicted. So here's the idea. This is a big deck of cards. Please hold on to the cards, both of your hands. Arms extended, so we can't do anything tricky with it. A little bit lower. Perfect. Here's the idea. Matilda is going to send one card into your head. One card that she flipped around in the deck earlier tonight. She is thinking of that card, and she's going to send it to you. I'll give you a clue. I saw what it was. I'll give you a clue. It's not the Ace of Spades, okay? Okay. So get a connection with Matilda. She's going to send you a card. Open your mind. This might be creepy. No. Sandy, did you get a card in your head? What card did, what? I know you got one. What card popped into your head? What card popped into your head? Play along, bitch. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad. What card? Any card in the entire deck. Name one now. Ten of spades. Sit down. God damn it. How creepy would it be if the one card that you just now popped into your head just happened to be the card that she was trying to send to you? We have one card. How creepy would it be if that just happened to be the Ten of Spades? You said Ten of Spades off the top of your head. She's been trying to send a card to you. You said Ten of Spades. Weird. There you go, very much. My name is Nathan Allen.
Mr. Allard. Mr. Allard. Are you pretending to watch yourself on TV again? Come on, Mr. Allen. It's time for your meds and group therapy.
See me clicking the channels on my big TV screen. Got my attention span from MTV. Counting left of me, chips and dips on the right. Gonna drink 10 Coca-Colas, then stay up all night. 'Cause I'm ADD, I'm not alright. I got a twitch in my eye, I can't sit still. Give me a I'm nervous, not dumb, mighty high strung. People think I'm crazy. No one can understand how I can be hyperactive and lazy. They tried remedial, they tried special ed, they even tried time out. Changed my diet, shrunk my head, oh, clinically there's no doubt that I'm ADD, I'm not alright. I'm too tired, I can't sit still. Give me a
I am Medusa.